10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, happy Friday, everybody. And you know what Friday means? Stadium Connect North. Today we've got another excellent show to kick off the weekend. But before we do our introductions, I just want to say a big hello to all my UK friends here. I learned that this means something different to the people in the UK. So I want to give everybody a special shout out to my UK people. What's up?
Oh my
gosh.
You did not tell me I was going to do that.
No, that was a total surprise to everybody. So how's everybody doing today? I've got NinjaGuy X here, Fletch. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Thank you, John. It's very calm and peaceful here. We have some snow, but it's not windy, so it's a very, soothing snow. Very fun. I'm on vacation this week, and very, I'm going to be very relaxed today. So yeah,
awesome. Good. So how you doing, Fletch?
I'm doing well, thank you. Obviously, when I saw that the other day, I was like, "Oh, all right then."
I had no idea. So for those that might be watching that don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm wearing the hoodie that I won. Scarlett had a competition, or like a raffle, basically. You could throw your name into the hat and win one of her many awesome Stadia inspired hoodies. This is the Founders Edition, and I was one of the winners. Myself and Joe had won. So I got this in the mail, and I was so happy to get it. And I took some pictures. Instead of doing the peace sign like that, I accidentally, and again, not knowing anything, I just, was like this. So I took the pictures, posted it, and Vivi was like, tweeted and said, "Why are you swearing at us?" And I'm like, what do you mean? I had no clue. Well, come to find out, I found out that it's equivalent, or somewhat in the same manner as like the middle finger and whatnot. So I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so embarrassed. Yeah. So I said to Vivi, I said, do you think it would be okay, because I don't want to offend anybody, kind of just be like tongue in cheek, as we always are here, could I open the show on Friday with that? And he's like, yeah, it should be okay. Not, everyone in the audience knows that, our type of tone and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, that would be fine. And to be honest with you, I had totally forgotten about it until like the last couple of seconds of when we were opening it. So that's why I didn't say anything beforehand. But anyways, Here we are, Friday.
Yeah.
This is episode 20. We're out of the teens. We're in our 20s now. So that is awesome.
20. 20.
Something like that. Oh my gosh. So, oh dear. So we wanted, before we start off the show, again, we have an action-packed show, as we always do. It's always filled to the brim. We start off in our planning by saying, I don't think we'll have, a lot this weekend. We always, by the time we're done, we always have tons and tons of stuff. We wanted to do, before a quick shout out to those in the chat, we wanted to give an update on a contest that we had run earlier. When we were giving away, you can see. Let's go over here on my screen. We had a contest earlier this month, a couple of weeks ago. We're giving away a Play and Watch Google TV package along with a game of your choice. So we had a bunch of people enter, and Scooterama, let's go back here, actually was the winner of it. And Scooterama is located in Germany. And Scooterama's entry was that how he would help spread Stadia would be to set it up and give it to his local YMCA youth center. So here we are. We've got some pictures. He says, "Thank you so much again. In the name of my local YMCA youth center, I set up Stadia today and download it and installed all 52 pro games and FIFA 22. The crew game and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order in a single minute, and the kids could start playing." So we can see we've got some pictures here. This is at the local youth center. They're playing Stadia here. Nice. It's just so awesome, really to see, and they're on the computer as well. So we wanted to give a shout out and an update to those, because we thought that was totally awesome, and being able to see that in action and out there in the wild, so to speak, was just amazing. So big shout out to Scooterama, and we could see all the kids enjoying it there at the YMCA Youth Center. So
yeah, definitely
pretty cool. Yeah. So I could see here in the chat already. Oh, we've got let's see, who do we have? We've got Granite. Happy Friday. Rebellica, good afternoon. And Rebellica, as of late, has been into crocheting, I believe. Some Lumote. I think that's how you pronounce it. Plushies there. So we don't have anything to share quite yet on that, but maybe we'll get together with Rebellica, get some pictures. I know she shared some in the Discord. Maybe next week we could share those on the show. I see Metal Wolf is here, our good Canadian friend. My favorite spelt wrong, Metal Wolf, spanking for you. Part of today's show so far was my ugly face on the opening slide.
Oh my gosh,
that's awesome. Here, Miss T22, Robert, Crow, PyCon Fusion, SPG in the his house. Here we go. What else? Boy, tons and tons of people. I can't see. Zarina's here as well. Squids is here. Rock is here. Happy Friday, chaps. And again, a special shout out to Rock for our awesome intro that he put together for us here. Who else do we see? Zero Games for Me is here. And plop, Vivi is here. always keeps the chat nice and lively. And wow, last week was
that's how I get
another one. Yeah. Lukey 6 is here. Jamie Reed is back. Thanks so much, Jamie, for coming back here. Wow, tons and tons of people. It is so awesome. So in today's show, we are going to start out talking with the news here, as we always do. And then sometime in the show, we're also going to have something of a challenge, I think. I don't know, NinjaGuy, maybe you could elaborate on that, or...
Yeah, definitely. So on Twitter, I've put on a challenge. So we have a Cyberpunk 2077 key to give away today. But there's a catch. You'll have to beat me on a game of Gunsport. So a Gunsport is like this kind of cyberpunk environment, which kind of fits the type of game. And it's kind of a like volleyball futuristic, game. Anyway, so what you'll have to do is, what we'll be doing is I'm going to go in online mode 1v1, and I'm going to search. And whoever gets in the game first is the person that I'm going to challenge. And that's how it's going to work. So if you win, you get the key. And if not, then it's on to the next player to try to win this. So good luck to anyone who wants to try the challenge. And very exciting to see if someone will get the key.
Yeah, let's see if anybody will win here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go right into the news. This week was a This Week on Stadia blog post It was a holiday on Monday in Canada. Here for most of Canada, it was Family Day. In the U.S., I believe it was President's Day. I'm not 100% sure. So usually, typically, we don't get a blog post after there's a holiday in the U.S., but we did a couple hours later than normal. So usually around noon Eastern, we get the blog post. And then this week was around 3 o'clock, which totally fine. I mean, like, who are we to say exactly when should we get it here? SPG saying, yep, it was President's Day. So, and it was a pretty good blog post here, as you can see. Lots of good information here. And we're going to go ahead and start off. Destiny 2 Witch Queen launched this week. So we got some details on that. Free play days, Stadia Pro games were announced as well. A little video here. Let's see. We're not going to have audio on that, but let's unpause it.
That Destiny 2 launch for the Witch Queen was huge, I believe, for Bungie.
Oh, yeah?
That was huge. I think they said they had like 1 million pre-orders. So
Wow.
like,
Oh my gosh.
massive launch. I think it was like one of the highest concurrent users on Steam at one point. So yeah, really huge launch for them.
It was very hyped for sure. And I'm sure some people in the chat can talk more about it too, because I know Rock is a big fan of Destiny. And they're, like Destiny 2 is almost like the mascot of Stadia, right? Because there's so many people who put so many hours in this game. It's amazing. It was like one of the best games to play when you started Stadia, along with like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like they were really good showcases for Stadia. So
and the technology here. So it's saying here, craft custom weaponry and wield the glaive, if I'm saying that right, as you face light wielding enemies on the throne world. And in new activities, unlock new exotics. I almost said erotics in there, but exotics. Uncover the secrets hiding within the new raid and take back the light. Now, I always, when I'm talking about the Witch Queen, because I know, like on Rock's show, a couple of times we accidentally called it the Witcher Queen. So I have to catch myself and before I say it, because I so bad I want to say the Witcher Queen's released Destiny 2 Witcher Queen, but it's the Witch Queen. So we get that straight here. But anyways, it's great. It come out this week here, actually just yesterday on Stadia and other platforms as well, cross play. So really good. Looking to play that as well. I was going to stream it today, but just it didn't happen. So probably within the next couple of days, be doing a stream here of the Witch Queen. Jump back in. I haven't played Destiny 2 for quite a while, so it should be fun and interesting. The next thing we're going to talk about here is a little game called Dawn of the Monsters. As you all may well know, we interviewed 13 AM Games, Alex over there, and we basically gushed over the game the whole hour that we were talking about it. We've got Canada's included in the game. He said about 20% of it, and we were picking out little Canadianisms and things like that. Actually, I should clarify, because it's incorrect to say Canada was in the game. Toronto, which is in Canada, was in the game. And we could see lots of landmarks and things like that. So it was quite awesome to learn about the game. We didn't know what the release date was, and sure enough, here we go. It's going to come out March 1st, and it's a Stadia Pro game. I had a little hinkling of like that it would because I remember I said to Ninja, like, I think it might be a pro game because it would fit perfectly for it, but I'm like, I'm not sure. And whatever, we talked a little bit back and forth here, but sure enough, it's March 1st it's coming out, and it's a Stadia Pro game, so totally awesome. Can't wait for that. And then it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense that he didn't put the date on, right? Because if he would have, it would have been so obvious, right? Yeah, we would have known. We would have known for sure. And then we had another surprise game announced, and it's coming to Stadia Pro. Adam Wolf. It says, step into the shoes of Adam Wolf, investigator of the supernatural. Driven by your sister's mysterious disappearance, you'll take to the brooding streets of San Francisco, where crime and paranormal occurrences intertwine in dark corners. Solving one mystery after another, you'll unravel a larger conspiracy that could lead you to your missing sibling. However, one wrong turn and you could end up in even a darker abyss. Embody Detective Wolf when Adam Wolf comes direct to Stadia Pro on March the 1st. Now, I know NinjaGuy X, I know that you played, because there's different, I guess, I don't know if there's different games in the Adam Wolf series, or this game is also on other platforms, but I know you had a little sampling of this game. I don't know if you want to maybe mention like kind of talk about what it's about or what your experience was.
For sure. So I did a little bit of research, and I think it's the only game in the series so far that we know of. So there is a demo on the Android store, which I tried and which was really fun. And it's a hidden object kind of game, where like a point and click adventure, similar to maybe Dark Side Detective, or even the chicken cop game. What's the name of that chicken game?
Chicken Police.
Chicken Police, yeah.
Chicken Police. Yep. Yeah. These types of games where you have to point and click. But let me tell you, the quality is there for sure. The voice acting of the main character is excellent. He's really good. Like they really picked a good one, and very polished. There's a lot of variety of things that you do. It's a little bit linear compared to your typical point and click adventure, but it's very well story driven. I think that people who likes to casually play games, just to relax and stuff like that, it's perfect. The story is very interesting. They stopped the demo right at a very interesting spot, so I can't wait for March 1st and continue that playthrough.
That's awesome. So would you say it's kind of like Dark Side Detective, where that's point and click as well?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah, almost the same. Yeah, it's the same type of game for sure.
Okay, awesome. That's good to hear. Great. Looking forward to it. I mean, it's part of Stadia Pro here, so Tuesday we'll be able to give it a go around and see how it is. Next, we've got here, rev up your engines and get ready to race with Ryan. Join Ryan and his friends on the open road as they tour across America from Route 66 to Icyland, speed toward glory in career mode, or rally 2 to 4 speedsters and compete for bragging rights. We know how much bragging rights mean here. So make sure you're in gear on March the 1st, because that's when Race with Ryan Road Trip Deluxe Edition, that's a mouthful, becomes available for pro subscribers. So that's a game from our good friends at Outright Games, which we'll be talking about a little bit later as well. That's coming straight to pro. So I know
it's quite a fun game as well.
Yeah, I know. Fletch,
really?
You'd mentioned about that, yeah.
Yeah, I played it on Xbox because it launched onto Game Pass a little while ago, and sort of I tried it out on there because my son's a big fan of Ryan. So I was there like, okay, I'll give it a go anyway for the achievement side of it. And yeah, no, it's actually quite a fun kart racer. So yeah, really, really good. Especially for the younger audience as well.
That's awesome to hear. So I know. Do you know? Could you tell us a little bit about like Ryan, just in case people don't know who that is? Like, is that like a kid's character or?
Yeah. So Ryan is actually based off the YouTube channel. I've forgotten what his YouTube channel is about now. My son watches it all the time. But essentially, he's a YouTuber. He's popular amongst kids. Absolutely huge. I think he's like one of the biggest YouTube personalities for children out there. And he's worth millions anyway as a kid. But very popular in that scene, and he does loads of different stuff. He's bought out toys, films, the lot. Wow. And obviously got into games as well. So yeah, really big in that scene. For kids, it's a massive get to have on the platform.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. And that's what Outright Games does the best, is bring those family-oriented games over to Stadia. So it's really awesome to hear. Next up, we have Darksiders Genesis and Darkwood make their way to Stadia Pro. Take control of Strife, who is called upon to save mankind from destruction at the hands of Lucifer in the hack and slash RPG Darksiders Genesis. I don't know. That was one of the, I believe it was actually like the first game to launch after Stadia, after the initial launch titles in December of 2019. I had picked it up then and enjoyed it immensely. I know, of course, that's when the hullabaloo was going to start with Stadia, because it was the game on Stadia. Excuse me here. Was $10 more than it was on Steam, and that blew up the entire social media. Everyone, oh my gosh, it's $10 more. Meanwhile, no other console games or other platforms are compared to Steam, and people were just throwing a fit there. So I bought the game and played it and loved it, and it's so awesome to see now that it's here on Pro, another Darksiders game, as they make their way through the Pro cycle there. So I don't know, have either of you, Ninja or Fletch, have you guys played it yet? Or
I've tried it on Xbox. Personally, it wasn't one for me. I'm not a massive fan of the Diablo-esque sort of hack and slash.
Okay.
It's personally not my genre of game. I'll probably give it another go, being that it's on Pro anyway.
Mhm.
I'm still yet to get around to the Pro games last month, this month. So yeah, but I'll certainly give it a go. But yeah, last time I tried it, it wasn't for me. But I can see where the popularity of where people like it, because those Diablo style games are huge. So I can see why it had such a big following.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Ninja? Yeah,
I tried about an hour of it. I find that at first the controls are very overwhelming. They really throw you everything at you right away, right? And it takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but overall it's very fun. I really enjoyed my time. You can play like two different type of play style. If you want, you can only use guns if you want to, and play like a twin stick shooter, or you can go ahead and fight around with your sword. So I find there's a lot of variety in the game, which is nice. And it's the last game from Darksiders that was missing it for the Pro membership. So now we have all of them, and maybe we'll get one eventually, which would be even nicer. Yeah,
that would be awesome. And also it says, if you prefer to put your outdoor skills to the test, step into the world of Darkwood. Their survive at all cost horror thriller that pins you against a myriad of dark surprises in the eerie Eastern European forest. Both of these games land on Stadia Pro on March the 1st. Now, Darkwood, I know I bought that when it came out. I streamed it as well. It's a perfect Pro game. Like I totally see why it went to Pro here, because initially you might not you might overlook it because it's got the top down overhead view. It's not like a high definition graphics or some beautiful type game, but the atmosphere is absolutely eerie, and the content of the game itself and what goes on in it is just like, it's really like, if you like horror games and like to be scared, definitely check out Darkwood, because you will be scared. Make sure to wear headphones when you play it, for sure, because it's a pretty scary game. The sounds and
I don't get why people like horror games. I can't do it. Like, why do you want to put yourself through being scared? Like, I don't understand it.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we're moving along here, and it says here, unlock devastating weapons and mind-bending abilities in Chorus. You're not the only one to have a haunted past. Take control of Nara, one of the galaxy's most wanted fugitives, as she undertakes a quest to destroy the dark cult leader that created her. So basically, Chorus, which came out in early December, now got I believe it's a 30-minute demo, or it's we touched upon this last week. It's a 30-minute demo, or you get to play the first couple of missions. I think whatever comes first. So that's live now on Stadia. We also have what's now going on, free play for Assassin's Creed Valhalla this weekend here. Starts February the 24th, so that was actually yesterday, and it goes to the 28th. And this is anticipation of the upcoming add-on content Ragnarok that right now is actually on sale before launch on the Stadia store. Normally, the price here in Canada was $49.99. It's now $29.99, so it's $20 off. And I know in other regions as well, it's at a discounted price. So if you're interested, and that lasts until March the 4th, I believe, which is next Friday, I think. If you're at all interested in the Ragnarok expansion, which is like an entirely new game, I'd highly recommend doing the pre-order now with the $20 off, because it's going to go back up to full price here on the 4th, after the 4th of March. Going on here, we've got Phoenix Point, some more information and news on add-ons for that. Take a drive on the wild side with Chaos Engines. The vehicular-focused add-on content features a brand new vehicle, the Chaos Buggy, and tons of vehicle customizations. For all your existing vehicles. Get ready for new missions, new research, and all new marketplace to buy game-changing tech. This add-on content is coming to Phoenix Point on March the 1st. And finally here there's one more bit of information here, but this is pretty big news. Lots of people have been waiting to find out about this. The Sky Climbers, let me get the video going here, alpha teaser coming soon to Stadia. This was a game that originally wasn't coming to Stadia here, and the community stepped up, of course, as always, made ourselves vocal and helped support this game to make it possible. And it's now a platform. Stadia is coming here, and we're going to learn here just a little bit. Let me see.
Yep, it's your third one.
Here,
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, here we go. After more internal testing, we're aiming for a May alpha release window for Sky Climbers on Stadia. There's also going to be a Q&A hosted on the official Stadia Discord server before alpha. So watch out for that. This is awesome. It says early access is still planned for November 22nd, 2022. So we've got the alpha and then early access later on in the year.
Yeah, very exciting to see that we're finally we're on the year where we're going to finally be able to play Sky Climbers, which is very exciting. Can't wait to see what it's all about.
I still envy all of you that have backed it, because I won't have access to it, and that makes me sad.
That's true. Oh man.
And we're going to touch upon a little more on this a little bit later here, but we're talking about Rainbow Six Siege Year 7 Season 1 content. There's all new character, map. We'll go into a little bit of detail here in a little bit here. And then finally, for this week on Stadia Post, it says, don't miss your chance to catch these February deals. February might be almost over, but this month's deals are still going strong. Save on games like Cyberpunk 2077.
Back in time.
Yeah, back in time, right? Which you can win here. Rainbow Six Extraction and more. And as always, there are bonus savings for pro members as well. So a plethora of items that are on sale. Like, really, there's too much to go through on the show here live, but lots and lots for everyone to take a look at. And
we gotta at least mention that Just Dance is on special, right? Just Dance 2021 and 2022. So guys,
get them if you want to buy
now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Otherwise they'll leave forever.
Yeah, because Ninja, you had found out there that Just Dance 2020 has been delisted from not only the Stadia store but other stores as well. So it seems like, and I never really paid attention to it, maybe after a couple of years they'll delist the older versions, just kind of probably to force you to buy at least last year or the current year's version of
I
the
reckon if
game
it's
here.
to do with licensing as well, songs that were on there at the time, it's probably
Yeah, or
coming to the end.
contracts,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard to tell. But yeah, out of fear of missing out, I just bought 2021 like this week because I don't want to miss out on it, right? Whenever I have a chance to play it with Maurice, I want to make sure that I have it. So I went ahead and bought it.
We need to get that Maurice back on the show here. It's been a while. So I don't
I
know
agree.
if you can maybe talk to him, and at some point in the future here, we could get Maurice back on, because seem to be quite popular, especially with the ladies on the, in the chat there.
Exactly. Like, he's very busy with the ladies recently. He even hired an agency. So I think I'm going to have to contact his agency for him to get on here. So.
Well, whatever it takes to get him on the show, we can blow the budget. It doesn't matter. Maurice is worth it. So
yeah, exactly. We'll pay.
Okay. And so also with new games coming to Pro, there is games that are leaving Pro as well. So make sure, if you haven't already claimed these games, claim them, because after, when it comes March the 1st, they'll no longer be in Pro, so you won't be able to claim them. And for those that have already claimed them, as always, you'll be able to still play them with your Stadia Pro subscription. What wasn't announced, so we know that there was a couple of games here. Cosmic Star Heroine wasn't announced that it was leaving Stadia Pro. And if you go into the Stadia store and you take a look, leaving Stadia Pro soon, Cosmic Star Heroine is listed as one of those games. And I know, Fletch, you had mentioned something about Cosmic Star Heroine had only been in Pro for a month.
Yeah, it's only been this month. It came in this month. So it came in with Life is Strange and all of that. And sort of leaving at the end of the month. So it's only been a 1 month deal, which is relatively quick for a pro game.
Yeah,
I don't think we've seen a pro game been this quick for a while. I know there was one back last year around June time that went in for a month, but this is the first time that I've seen it this quick anyway.
Yeah, jeez. Alrighty, well, moving along here, there was a tweet from the From Space developer here. I'm going to click on it here. Playing the latest build at home on Stadia. No downloads, no installs, just gameplay in a matter of seconds. So you can see here, I'm really looking forward to this. I know we talked about a couple of shows ago, and it might even be more than that now, about some of the games we're looking for in 2022, and From Space was one of them, because I know, Ninja, you and we played this, the demo, and I had so much fun playing that. I loved it came from space and ate your brains. And the only thing I thought that was missing from that game was online play. Sure enough, From Space is everything that the original game was and more, and it adds that online play as well. So I'm super excited to be able to play that. And I believe it's scheduled for the first quarter of this year. So it could be coming shortly, maybe within the next couple of months. I really hope so. And it looks awesome here. We know we had people from the community asking, even they mentioned us here, are you using the latest tester login account? I saw an interview with one of the engineers, and it looks convenient and useful. And the future is coming. And they responded with, we have dev accounts. They probably work in a similar way, but we can choose the build we want to test. And we've chosen to keep it in sync with other platforms. So that's awesome to see in here. This was on a Sunday that they tweeted this out. So it's great. I love that. So I'm really looking forward to From Space, and hopefully we'll see it here in a couple of months.
Yeah, looking forward to it for sure.
Yep. Okay, so here is our Rainbow Six Siege Season 7 Year 1. I believe that's what it is. There it is. Rainbow Six Siege is the first season of Year 7 with our new character here, Demon, I can't pronounce it. Our newest operator joins Rainbow with an extensive background ranging from motorized Tokyo police officer to being a bodyguard in the private sector. Focused and determined beyond all doubt, she will bring her skills forward in the defense of her teammates. Her move will bring a unique twist to the battlefield. read the patch notes below. So let's actually take a look here at the gameplay trailer first. Okay. And actually, we're gonna
A 27-minute trailer. There you go,
yeah.
guys. Get your popcorns.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
okay. So we're not gonna take a look at the trailer here. I
But it's
apologize.
exciting. Hopefully, we'll see her also in Extraction at some point because I'm more invested in Extraction lately. So
Yeah.
that's
I
what I'm
think-
most excited for.
I think with this update, which is quite cool, they're adding like sort of permanent team deathmatch, which
Mhm.
is really cool.
Oh,
So it's just a few extra quality of life improvements which are adding in there. So really good is what Siege players have wanted for a while.
Yes.
So it's good that they're finally just sort of adding it and keeping it there, which is
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, you can see here deathmatch playlist, and it gives you the rules and the gameplay on that as well. Attackers now have the ability to change their operator and loadout during the preparation phase. Universal weapon sights. One of the characters here is now equipped with the Vulcan canister, a slightly modified version of the incendiary bomb. So a lot of different changes here. Match replay. Yeah, so it's good. Operator. So they've decreased the price of the operators as well. If you want to purchase those instead of unlocking them. Weapon skin. They did some more balancing on it. So this is an overall tweaks and improvements. Yeah, so it looks like it's quite extensive. Not only new content, but we see some tweaks and like Fletch was saying, quality of life improvements, bug fixes.
We're still mad to
Everything.
think it's in year 7.
I know it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah,
It's
Just
just
as-
madness, yeah.
Goes by
just
quickly.
as popular as ever too. So
But I remember when this first came out and sort of the trailers and everything leading up to it, and then it came out and people were like, this doesn't look like the trailers. What is this? Weren't happy with it, and now people love it.
I remember
It's one of the universally acclaimed best first-person shooters on the market for tactical gameplay, and it's like they turned it around. Just shows you
Yeah.
over time
Yeah.
it can turn it around.
Yep, for sure. All right, so we're moving on here as more updates here. Our good friends over at Stadia Source have an article here. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's got a title update, patch notes as well, a bunch of fixes, gameplay. They've added a new Saga difficulty mode, which Fletch, if I remember correctly, Rock was telling me, does the Saga mean something different over in the UK? Does it mean like extremely
Oh.
difficult or?
No, it's
No.
over 50s plan.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes, that's what it was.
I think it's like
So-
Saga holidays and stuff like that. Yeah, it's for all the pensioners over here to have their cheap
Oh my
holidays.
God.
So I guess that'd be the equivalent to like the seniors discount that people see here in North America and stuff like that, right?
Wow.
So it's a seniors difficulty mode. That was it. I couldn't remember what Rock was saying here. So I don't know if it really means that or not. Maybe it's just a play on words, but we've got a new difficulty mode here. A bunch of updates and fixes, gameplay enhancements, main quest, world events, and side activities addressed. So they've done a lot of updates here. Of course, we're in the free play weekend, and Ragnarok is coming as well. Crossover stories, tons. I mean, we could spend the whole show here. They also graphics and animation and audio, the HUD as well. So kudos to Ubisoft for keeping all their games up to date and patches and fixes. We always like to hear and see that.
See, I feel bad about only played 4 hours of this. I feel like I should do more, and I want to play. I set myself a challenge to play it before Ragnarok comes, and it's like, I mean, I'm no way going to complete a 100-hour game.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
no.
yeah.
It's
Especially
impossible.
if you plan on 100% achieve it, it's like more than 100 hours, right? To do so. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just
who
like, no.
posted that on Twitter? Was that InLead that had got 100% on the game?
Yeah, I think
can't remember.
In lead and Zan did it. I know,
Zan,
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
Zan's Saptia Verde, I think it is. It's his gamer tag, but yeah,
Saptia.
they both did it. Yeah, like a day apart from each other. So
Oh my
bewildering, really.
gosh. Wow. So moving along here with patches, we see Grime back on Tuesday. It was updated on Stadia. Now brings the Stadia version on par with the PC version. lots of updates and stuff. It says a huge thank you to all our gracious Stadia players who played the game, reported issues, and waited patiently for the update. We know we kept you waiting, but now the wait is over. So this is another game. This launched straight into Pro back in July, I believe, or August. One of the two. It may have been August, and it's still in Stadia Pro now. I love this game. Like it is difficult, but it's not like throw the controller down difficult. Really, there might be some instances where it is, but for the most part, really enjoying the game. I haven't finished it yet, so maybe now with the patch I could go back to it and see if I can pick up where I left off. Though I don't know. It's been a couple of months, so I'll probably be a little rusty.
Then. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't want to start over again. But,
Can I feel bad again by saying I haven't actually played this?
Yeah, I've only played an hour so far.
I haven't got around to it. Is it easier than Elden Ring, John?
Yes.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I might give it a go then.
Considered compared to Elden Ring, it's a cakewalk, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
It's nice because for a long time, Stadia version wasn't the same version as PC version. They were not as up to date, and there were some significant good thing with the updates. So now, have a look at the patch notes if you want to. There's actually some cool updates in there. So it's nice that now we have it up to date. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. And moving along, last week we talked about Farming Simulator 22, and now the first DLC pack for Farming Simulator 22 has been announced. Compact and versatile tractors for lush and beautiful vineyards. So I know we've mentioned a couple of times about Farming Simulator, how it's actually quite popular. There's even esport around it as well. So this is, talking about here. It's coming out March 22nd. And on Stadia, we don't get the season pass. So this will be something that you can purchase separately on Stadia. Again, it's just more content for this here. It's talking about more machinery for grapes and olives. With this pack, it emphasizes grapes and olives, two of the new crops in Farming Simulator 22. Specialized equipment from Italy. So, hey, maybe you can do like a dual stream of 100 days and Farming Simulator 22, right? Yeah. With this DLC installed here. So again, all for for the Farming Simulator fans here, more content coming to the game here, and it says there's even more to come. So fans have a lot to look forward to.
I do just want to note as well with Farming Simulator 22, it has recently just been patched on Stadia as well, with bug fixes. I know that some people are complaining about sort of freezing or a bit of graphical bugs here and there, and it has been recently updated, and that's from the developer themselves. So it's done on their end. They just didn't announce an update. It has been done. So if anyone's playing on it and never had any issues, that they should be rectified now. So
awesome,
all good.
That's good. That's good to hear. So are you a fan of Farming Simulator, Fletch?
I've wanted to play it. I've played a few simulator games. I played that mowing simulator, that lawn mowing one. That was relaxing, but no, I am interested in trying it out, but I don't know.
We're gonna have to clone you, right? Maybe get about 3 or 4 versions of you. So one that does news, reviews,
I was finding time,
take care of the baby, right? Yeah. One to spend time with your wife, and then one to play games for fun.
I wish I could play myself. Yeah, I don't think I stop until I go to bed, and then even when I'm in bed, I'm probably thinking the things of what I can do next. It's madness.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, and the final bit of news here. We heard the other week from the Breakpoint 2 Virtual Summit. Ryan, who's a product manager from Stadia, was on there. I streamed his session along with a Q&A session that he was part of a panel. He had mentioned that there's going to be some Stadia-related stuff at the upcoming Google for Games Developer Summit. And at that time, they just said in about 6 weeks. I looked for it after he mentioned that there was no information on it. And sure enough, we've got, it was announced here. It's going to happen on March the 15th. And of course, I'll be streaming all the Stadia related sessions here, as well as the keynote on March the 15th. It starts at 12 noon Eastern, and each of these keynotes is about 25 minutes. Each of the sessions is about 25 minutes. The keynote itself is a little over an hour. So I'll be streaming all of those on my channel here. And you can see we've got playtesting. There's Ryan's session here. What else do we have here? How to write a Windows emulator for Linux from scratch. A detailed overview of the technology behind Google's solution for running unmodified Windows games on Stadia. So that's very interesting. Like, these are, of course, are all technical sessions, and they're geared towards developers. There isn't going to be any type of new game announcements or brand new features. But as we learned with previous sessions similar, it's always interesting. Like, we always learn a little bit and get some insight into the way games come on to Stadia or the testing and whatnot. So this is awesome. Like, because if you can get unmodified Windows games running on Stadia, it would just make bringing games over that much easier. Might get some studios that are a little bit hesitant to be able to port, a couple of games over and see how what the process is and get familiar with it. So that's going to be very interesting. Stadia Adventures in slow server code on Unity. You can see this one's going to be a lot more technical, talking about code and running slow on the server and what they did to resolve it. Profiling on Stadia. The Stadia DevX team is actively deploying its performance profiling solutions for both the CPU and GPU. So here's a presentation on that as well. So it's going to be a fun and informative day on March the 15th. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually taking the day off of work because I don't want to be bothered on trying to have to juggle the two. And, that's just the nerd in me that's really like insight, like really wants to find out this information, even if I might not understand 50 or 75% of it. At least, it helps give me that insight and appreciation for the developers and the games and hindsight of what it takes to bring games over to Stadia. So I'm really looking forward to that March the 15th.
100%.
It's going to be fun.
I do have one other bit of news as well, which got confirmed to me via Milestone. So I've been speaking to the devs over there with regards to MotoGP 22. Unfortunately, it is not planned for Stadia at the moment. They have said it's not coming. However, after speaking to another developer in the business, they have said that they're yet to have talks. So we could still potentially see it come down the line like 21.
And you know what? I think that's probably going to happen because I was in the presentation when they announced 21 back in, it was earlier last year, like before summer, like maybe April or something like that. And we could take questions. I said, is it coming to Stadia? We have no plans to release it on Stadia. Well, sure enough, we got it set, 7 months later, right? So I think there's still a good possibility that we could see it.
When they're saying talks, it will happen. So with the games being on previous, but I don't know anything about the Moto Supercross either. Nothing, no word on that, unfortunately, at the moment. But as soon as I know anything, I can let everyone know. But yeah, I'm hopeful that it will come anyway. MotoGP, so big fan.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So now we're at a point here. I'll let our good old friend NinjaGuy X here, co-host here, take over the helm and let's see what's going on.
All right, so guys, it is time for the challenge that we give to the community. So we are giving away a Cyberpunk 2077 key for Google Stadia, but all you have to do is something very easy. All you have to do is jump in Gunsport and try to defeat me. So what we're going to do, we're going to start up the game. And hey, Windstar. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in 1v1 online. And all you have to do is join and try to do the search with me. So whoever get in the game with me, will be the lucky person who can attempt to get the key. So we're gonna do like a few games, maybe 2 or 3 games. We'll see how long it takes. But yeah, let's do it. So
How
I'm
much
gonna
practice have you had?
I just because I was rusty, I just played a few match today, just to get familiar again with the controls. But
I'm gonna put it as
if I mean, if you're a pro, you
few.
can defeat me. Yeah, like 5-6 hours.
And I know on Twitter, mostly Martinez, and he was saying this as a joke. He said, "Well, instead of playing NinjaGuy X, can I play against John?" And I said,
Yeah.
"I'm not sure how to take this. If it should be a compliment but I know he's just joking around. But yeah, looking forward to see who you get to play against here in the
maybe
chat.
we should have made like me versus you and make people vote and like the winners. Before I start the game, I'm just going to show my desktop here because it's so beautiful. Let me show you. So this is my desktop, and I have all of my Stadia games here in front of me. So easy to just pick up a game and play it. I even have my controller plugged in, so I don't have to connect it every time. So all I have to do here is click on Gunsport, like this. And there you go. I got my game starting up. But I'm going to stop sharing here and just share my screen so you guys can hear the sound. Or else we're going to get some echo from John and Fletch here. So let me just share again. Window, Gunsport. Hopefully the sound will be there. But if not, I mean, it's going to work out anyway. So, oops. So let's go ahead and do this. Here you go. Do you guys hear any sound? Just out of curiosity? No.
I just hear the background music.
Okay, so let's. I'm just gonna lower the volume then on my end, but it's okay. It's like not a game that requires volume anyway, so we'll still do it here. Okay.
So Scooterama's asking here in the chat, how many icons are there?
150 some. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, there's a lot. So all you have to do is go in online, matchmaking, and there you go. So I'm searching for a match. So guys, all you have to do is start the game, give yourself a search, and whoever's the first at being matchmade with me is the one who get a chance to get the key. So I mean, if we don't find anyone, it's fine. We'll go ahead and move on to the next section, but we'll wait at least 5 minutes before just in case someone wants to join in.
So anybody in the chat there, if you want your chance to win Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia, all you need to do is go ahead, play against NinjaGuy X here, and if you win, the key is yours. If not, we move on to the next person here. Kind of like just an open challenge here. We thought would be fun. Ninja came up with the idea here this afternoon. I thought, yeah, that sounds like fun. We'll go ahead and try it. Different than just having a raffle where people enter their names in here. So it doesn't cost you anything to enter here. And I see Serena says Robert wanted to play, but he's picking up his daughter.
That's okay. But yeah, it's just for fun. Did you guys ever play Gunsport? I've 100%ed it. I really enjoyed it on my end. It's a really fun game. Love the music.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever played it. I claimed the game,
really?
but I don't think I've played it. Yeah.
How about you,
I
Fletch?
did. Yeah, I when it launched, I went straight for the 100% achievement.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
It's not the most difficult of challenges. To be fair, there were a couple of stages where I was like, don't know about this, but it's been a while since I played it.
Yeah, exactly. One thing that stands out for me is the music. I'm a big video game music guy, and I love the music in Gunsport. Sometimes I do my exercise. I know it's weird, but I put the game on pause and I just listen to the music while training. So it's just that kind of fun music to listen to. So we got one contender, which is Scooterama.
Scooterama, he's booting up for the second time ever here. So if he's able to sneak away a win, that will be impressive. We'll see.
Yeah. Scooterama is really good, especially in racing game. Oh my gosh. I've played with him on on the crew too. And actually, that's how I met him. I met him on Penguins and Friend, which Original Penguins hosts used to host. And it was so nice talking to him. He gave us some tips in the crew too. And oh my gosh, he was so good. I think he was like a few minutes far further than me when I played against him, which was pretty crazy.
So let's see here. Scooterama's booting it up here.
Yeah, let's have a look.
And we'll see how our first challenge. Yeah, maybe this is. I'll have to try this game too.
Yeah.
I want to throw my hat into the ring.
There we go. Fletch is throwing it.
Fletch coming
So it's whoever gets in there first will have the first shot at it here.
Yep, exactly. Just a heads up, online is there's a lot of latency. Yeah, so it's very like.
I think it's me.
Is it? Let's have a look. Wait, I don't get to choose my characters? What?
I don't know what side I'm on. Oh, wait, where am I?
Okay.
I can't remember.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Oh man, I keep missing.
So the
No!
what's the objective of this here for?
So it's like,
yeah, so I'll let Ninja explain because I get confused by it sometimes as well.
okay, so it's kind of like volleyball. You have to get the ball into the onto the other side. Red gives you 5 points, and green gives you only 1 point. So, and oh man! Every time the ball passes the net, it gives an extra point. Like it stacks points for later, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So see now, ball point says 1. If it passes my net, it's gonna say +2, and if it passes Fletcher's net, it's gonna say plus. Oh man, same thing. It's gonna pass again.
But usually you can choose between playing the goalkeeper or attacker, but we're both goalkeepers.
That was weird. Yeah.
So how many can you have, like 2v2 or?
Yeah, there's 2v2. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that special is not good. Fletch has one. Yeah.
I won't take it just in case Scooterama's doing it, but
okay.
Just to be fair.
All right, let's go 1v1. Oh wait, that's new. Wait, what's happening? So online, there you go. 1v1. Oh, look at that already.
That.
There you go.
Right in. Scooterama's waiting for you.
Yeah. Is it Scooterama? Do we see who it is? It doesn't tell you, right?
It doesn't.
Or does it? I haven't thought of that. Hopefully it does. It doesn't. Hopefully, let us know, Scooterama. If I'm on that side. Okay.
Okay, so which one are you, Ninja? Are you the guy or the girl?
I'm the girl this time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Ugh. Because I'm used to be the attacker, and now I'm the defender, so it's not the same at all. Oh my gosh.
But in this one, you've got like the red gives you more points than the orange than the green.
Yeah, exactly.
All about placement, and down the bottom, as the more points that you get, the closer sort of the net goes towards you. So it becomes a lot harder.
Yeah. Well, today I've learned that I'm not that good at the game. Oh my gosh. Come on. You can shoot twice with this person.
Oh.
I didn't know that. That helps a little bit.
I think you have your special power as well, but I forgot how to activate that.
Yeah, I should probably activate that. Let me do that. I don't know what it does, though. Let me check. Oh, well, that didn't help. What is that? Ugh. Oh, man.
Is there a tutorial for the game that helps, like when you first start out, or?
Yes, there is.
Okay, good. Yeah. Good.
Use the superpower. It doesn't work.
Yeah. The tutorial will tell you that the superpowers are good, but I don't know about that.
The attacker's superpowers are really good. The goalkeepers
There's the Congo guys. She has like a yo-yo, and I always use it.
The Republic of China ones as well, really, really good. They're really good players.
What's that? Do you remember his superpowers? Crap.
I know about the one that I was using. I can't remember what it is. It turns it into like a laser beam. so it becomes really difficult to
Oh my gosh.
score anything against.
What I like about the yo-yo, is that it stays there for a while. So like it kind of defends your spot, and it's like it stays there so they can shoot as much as they like, but they're never gonna bring it over if they aim it at the near the yo-yo, basically. Okay.
Okay, so Ninja, you have 22. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh
my gosh, I have 22. I have to be careful because he's gonna win.
Scooterama, yeah, 3 more points. The Scooterama's. Oh, I can't believe that didn't go in.
Oh, I think I won.
Oh my gosh.
That was so close.
At the death.
Good game, Scooterama. All right, let's see if there's any other contenders.
At the death,
I wish we could see their names.
Yeah, that's so strange.
Yeah,
they don't include it.
Let's wait another 3 minutes.
Okay.
And we'll end it there. But yeah, it was close, man. Oh my gosh. It's really hard.
They've definitely improved the latency in the games.
They did? Okay.
Yeah, sort of my side, it felt a lot better. Because it used to be that when you're in different location country-wise, it used to have quite a large amount of latency. So they definitely improved that. I felt none whatsoever. So obviously that online side's doing well now, which is always nice to see.
It's definitely playable, but it must have improved after I've played before I start playing it, because I don't think I've seen a difference between then and now. But I've only started playing it like sometime last year, so yeah.
Well, let's see, 2 more minutes.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the music. Too bad that you guys can't. Yeah.
For anyone that wants to join in here, try and beat NinjaGuy.
It's like beat Bobby Flay. I don't know if you guys watch that show. Yeah. Whoops. Let me get back in there. Yeah, beat Bobby Flay. That's like I don't know if it's only here, but it's like a cook show where they have to make better food than Bobby Flay, which is like a professional chef.
Yeah.
Never heard of that over here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What? You never heard of that?
Bobby Flay, come on.
No, I think our main like sort of having a look is either Ramsey asking where the lamb sauce is, or or Nigella Lawson going microwave.
It's the microwave.
Yeah, microwave.
The microwave. Oh my gosh.
Robert is back.
So Robert, if you want to play against Ninja here, Gun Sport, see if you can.
One last
first
match.
To score 30. I can't believe that was so close against Scooterama.
Oh my gosh, I got lucky. I was like, at the end, I was like, I can't lose, because I knew that if he was getting it in, he was going to win.
Hulk can't lose, must win. And then you got like 10 or some odd plus points. Like you blew past 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time the ball bounces, you get an extra point.
No, it's every time it goes on the other side of the net.
Oh, other side. Okay,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so every time it goes on the net, yeah. Nigelia bites.
Good old Nigella.
Oh, Nigella.
Oh, Robert says.
He doesn't have Gunsport. Oh no.
Okay.
When did Gunsport leave pro? It was quite a while ago now, wasn't it? It was was it a year and a half ago it came into pro? It was like June, wasn't it? In 2020, I believe it was.
It was in 2021 because I was able to claim it.
2021.
Yeah, and I only started playing Stadia last year. The longer the ball gets over the net, the more points the ball is worth. That makes sense. Yeah. All right, so yeah, it's been 3 minutes. I closed the game by mistake just 1 minute ago. So it's been 3 minutes, but it's all good. It's all good. Mm-hmm. So guys, since there hasn't been any winners, well, I mean. But Fudge did not win, right? Yeah.
No, it was just a warm up.
Yeah, exactly, just a warm up. But because of that, we're gonna go ahead and open the raffle. To be fair, and So we're gonna open a raffle to the chat, and we'll pick someone at the end of the show. So,
and I'll get that raffle up and running here. We're gonna have a community interview here. I'll let you introduce that, but while that's getting set up here, I'm gonna get the bot ready, and then we'll see the bot advertised in there, and everyone can throw their name in the hat to see for a chance to win Cyberpunk 2077.
Exactly. So good luck, everyone. But yes, we are now in the other section where we did a interview from a community member, and his name is Melizer. He's from the Netherlands, and yeah, he accepted to do an interview with me. A very nice guy. I've mentioned him a lot because I really like his stream. One of my favorite streamer, to be honest. He deserves a lot more praise than he have. He has like 2 to 3 viewers watching him, but I like this guy so much. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that interview rolling, and hope you guys enjoy. Hey everyone, welcome to Stadium Connect North. Today we've got a special guest that we're interviewing from the community, and he's also a content creator. His name is Melizer. How are you doing, Melizer?
Hey NinjaGuy, thanks for having me. Appreciate that a lot.
Yeah,
I'm doing great. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. Yeah, it's a wonderful day. It's snowing, but it's a no wind, so it's very relaxing day. So yeah, me and Melizer knows each other from a while there. We go way back since last year. Yeah, but we've been talking a lot.
Back.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
We've been talking a lot, and we know each other pretty much. But yeah, today is not about our relationship, but about Melizer in general. So let's go ahead and ask him some question. So Melizer, tell us who you are, your name, nickname, where you got your nickname, how you got into gaming, what's your favorite games over the last few years, or what are your all-time favorite games and such.
Wait, you said it was only small questions and 15 minutes? We're gonna go. You want to know entire game?
All of that right away.
Okay. I will try to keep it short. But anyway, I'm already in my 40s, so I started gaming when I was a little kid on the Commodore actually. Games like Boulder Dash, and I remember a game with a ball that rolls down. That was the first games I played. And then we weren't allowed to get a console at home, but we did get an Amiga Commodore. So I played every game on Amiga 500, 1200. Wow. I remember games like Cannon Fodder, and I remember it was illegal at the time, but every month you got a CD with all the games that month, and I just played a lot of games. There was a lot of cool games that still ring back in my mind. So I always been gaming since a kid. Then I got we finally got a PC, and I remember my first PC game was Tomb Raider, the original one. So Tomb Raider has a special place in my heart because of it. It was my first. It's still a good game, by the way. The way the design is, the exploring goes. It's not that linear. There's always a few other paths you have to really explore, and that was, by the time, pretty new. It felt like a 3D Prince of Persia game to me, actually, with the jumping and the mechanics. So that place is very... That Tomb Raider and Lara has a very special place. And then I kept gaming, and when I remember when I was 18, I got my first console that I bought myself. I did play a Nintendo with friends, of course, but we couldn't have it myself because we didn't have money as well. But I finally got I got a work, I got a job after my school, and then I remember I got my PlayStation 2, my first console at home, and then I remember the first game I think I played, and I even took off work back then, which was pretty, I guess, by that standards, by that time, if you took a week of work because playing a video game it was like, I don't know, that was frowned upon. At least that's how I felt it. But it was like,
is a little bit for non-gamers, right? But
I guess. But I mean, I know a lot of people that took a day off to play Elden Ring right now, and I totally understand. More people understand now. But anyway, I took that week off, and Final Fantasy. I remember this is one of my favorite games. Final Fantasy 9 released on. It was still a PlayStation 1 game, but it was backwards compatible. I had 1 week to finish Final Fantasy 9, and I played it from start to finish in that week, and I just had a great time. I even remember crying at the end because the story was so romantic and so cool. So anyway, that's one of my favorite games, also because of nostalgia.
Yes.
So then I went to study medicine, but I also played a lot of games there on the GameCube. I had a PlayStation 2. I played a lot. I played all the GTAs 100%. I played on the GameCube a lot. I loved the Zelda. Wind Waker is one of my favorite Zeldas because of that. So I always kept playing it on the side. I always enjoy gaming. I rather play games at night than I watch movies or a series. I think the medium is very cool. There was very cool games. I played a lot of games, not all of them, but I then World of Warcraft came, so I played that for a few years.
Nice.
And I totally missed the PlayStation 3 era because of that, so I have to do some catching up.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
so the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube has a fond memory for you, right? This is the era where you were gaming a lot. It's nice because I'm a little bit younger, or like maybe 8 years younger, but that platform, like that generation, has a fond memory in my heart too. It's like the best for me. Like I had so much fun.
And, I mean, SSX Tricky. I still have it here in the attic where I'm sitting.
Wow,
SSX Tricky. I know. So good, and there were so many games. If you knew, I probably forget a few, but So those are. And then I went into. I remember World of Warcraft. That cost me a year of my studies easily because I got totally involved in vanilla and in TBC. Those were insane, and I like that we had 40 people. We don't know what happened. We just went into the dungeon with the diehards on the server who played the entire time, and we didn't know what's going to happen, and we ended up being the first alliance guild that killed Ragnarok.
No way!
So that was just but there was just raiding 5 days a week, and then they got the 20-man dungeons in the weekends. It was just crazy. And if I look back, I had a good time, a lot of good memories, but it wasn't so healthy for
too much time. Yeah, I know what you mean. You rush to get a sandwich, right? You eat super fast. You just got to do that raid, right? Like it's crazy time when you do.
And then the fun part, the most memories come from the grinding outside of the dungeons, because we had to grind a Felwood, I believe it was. We had to grind those turnips, we grinded dragons. We grinded to get our main tank, the draconian shield. Everything comes back now. But that is what we did on the side. So you had the 4 or 5 nights raids, and then in the weekends or during the day you had the team, and it was just so. We even had a meetup. A lot of people from Denmark there. We had a meetup. It was just such. I have so good memories. It was a time where you didn't have to. You didn't have to complete it. You were just doing it because you liked it, right? You were sitting you went to a beach to explore the beach, and you met someone else, and you would just sit there and had a good time. And it sadly the game changed because it catered more to casual and more to goal orientated, and I understand, and it's good that they did, but well, maybe let's not go into that much But that was a good time, and I had a lot of good time. Then I had a lot of busy with studies and work. But I always kept gaming, and then I got another console finally. Was the PlayStation 4, the Spider-Man version. So I got back into console gaming by that time.
Nice.
And then Spider-Man was good. I played the God of War. I played all the bangers from
Did you play Horizon Zero Dawn also?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Also that, and so that's why I got the collection edition from the second part lying here, and I actually want to play right now, but we're having this interview. We have Elden Ring, and damn. Right?
Yeah, I'm going to keep you for like an hour or two there, and so you can't play.
Yeah, but anyway, long story short, I enjoy gaming. It's my hobby. It's my interest. I follow everything. I don't play everything, of course, because that's not possible. But so if to long story short, my favorite game of all time is maybe odd. I like adventure games most, open world adventure games. I think it's my favorite genre. I do like RPG, Final Fantasy remakes, 7 remake. I enjoyed very much, of course, because the original was also very cool.
Yeah.
But my favorite game of all time is still and will always be, for now, Nier Automata. And the reason for it is not because I can't spoil it, but it's story in a way that if you finally reach the final ending, because and if you finish the game the first time, it's say, please come back to us, play it 2 or 3 more times, because you got to see the final ending. It's basically what the devs say. It's meant to be played again.
Yeah.
And I remember I put the game down. I was like, okay, this was fun. Combat is good, very responsive, very very cool game. But okay, I'm done after a playthrough. But I kept reading it. It always came up, and I was like, okay, why do people keep it up as the best game or best story? And a certain night, I remember I came back to it and I played through it. Not at that night, but I started playing it again because I didn't have anyone else to play. And I got to the final ending, and afterwards I was just looking up on the internet, looking up on stories about what people thought about the ending, and I just got so excited because it tells a story that can only be done in video games, and it gets philosophical in a way that that you actually start to think about, okay, what have I done? Why have I played? And you get so messed up,
yeah,
and it's so good, and it's I would recommend play the game, play through the final ending. It breaks the fourth, and I don't know how many walls it breaks. Yeah, okay, I cannot.
Yeah,
it's hard not to spoil, but it's in a way that if you finally understand what the game tried to do and what it did, no other game. All the other games are very cool. I love Bloodborne. It's in my top 5 as well. I played it 2 years ago from start to finish to the platinum. I loved it. It's so good. It's an insanely great game. But in the end, it is a story, and it's a good story, and it has very much mystic around it, and it's great, and it's awesome. But Nier Automata just takes it then that extra step, and I haven't seen it, and it still blows my mind. So that's just don't play Nier Automata and play it till the final ending. You will not regret it at all.
I haven't played it yet because I want to play the series in order, starting with Drakengard. But Drakengard is so boring. It's such a bad game. But I just want to push it through and go through it. But anyway, so what got you into Stadia? When did you start hearing about Stadia, and what piqued your interest in it?
Actually, due to a colleague, I met a colleague of mine on the office, and he was also a gamer, so that connects. We also did CrossFit together. Or at least you speak. If you're a gamer, you speak the same language, right? Other people are like, "What are you talking about? Yeah. Elden Ring? Why are you excited?" Well, fuck yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Everyone who knows that, if maybe it's not your type of game, but you know why people are excited, right? Because they always deliver anyway. But you speak the same language, so that instantly connects, and you can talk about everything, and he understands. He's more of a shooter guy. He plays Warzone with friends, and FIFA, of course. Those are not my favorite games, but he likes those a lot. So, but you have a connection, right? So we got talking about, and that was by the time that also Stadia got announced, actually. So I was like, the idea of cloud gaming, of course, is very. What's most appealing to me is I live a busy life. I have 2 kids, 3 right now, and the TV is blocked, the computer is blocked. You can't just sit down and play. Sometimes after your console, if I want to play on my console, I want to be sitting and have some time and take my time. I have to take my time for it. I have to kind of plan it, and sometimes that's not work. So the conveniences for me was the most exciting, and also the potential of the tech, right? If they may be overpromised, but the potential is there, that they're not limited to hardware storage. They're not limited to hardware, because they can basically make games bigger or better and stronger. If devs are actually looking for that, it has the potential to do more than just a console just on hardware. So that kind of got me interested, and I tried it, and I got the Founders Edition, and I remember playing Destiny and the first Tomb Raider, the first games, and I live in the Netherlands. Our internet is always very good. Everyone has good internet. Everyone who has cable internet is just decent, and we're close to data centers. So if you live in the Netherlands, your internet is just good. Everyone has great internet. So I could just play anywhere. If I went to my mother-in-law, I could just sit there at their desk. I could play on my phone. I could play on her Wi-Fi, even though she's just, she doesn't have specific internet. But everywhere is internet, so you can play everywhere. You can play on your phone, on your tablet. You can always game. You always have your gaming console with you, and that's just. And then the way Destiny was just is very good optimized for Stadia. It works well on TV. So I was like, I got kind of interested in the. That's why I got into Stadia, and I still am into Stadia. Of course, we have rough times sometimes. We have some doubts. We have let's not delve into that part. But of course we have it. But I always felt like it's a service that works. And it's misunderstood. It's overvalued or undervalued by a lot of people, and that's what got you. You kind of start to defend it because you feel that it's being done injustice.
Misinformation is spread also, and stuff like that.
There is a lot of valid reasons why you choose to play on your PC, to choose to play on your Switch, to choose to play on your. There's a lot of very valid reasons. There's no problem there. But there is also a lot of people who say that it's not good for the wrong reasons. Mm-hmm. And that triggers me. I think it's unfair. And I don't have anything with a certain company, or I'm not against a certain company. I don't care. I just want to play my games. It is very convenient, right? You can just sit down, play your game. I can play it on my PC. I can stream here. I can go downstairs, continue on the laptop. If the laptop is taken, I can open up an iPad or a tablet. I can just keep playing if I choose to, and that freedom and no more updates, right? If there is a new game, I remember PlayStation Plus. I have it, and I always collect the games, but I never play them because
Yeah.
you start up your PlayStation finally, and it's oh shit, an update, and okay, of course it's now always on online mode, so it upgrades in the background, but still, right? You have to plan it, and then I want to play this game, and then I love playing on my PlayStation, but it's for the big titles that you plan to play. But just checking out the game is just it's way too much hassle.
And like the lifestyle that we have, where we only have like a few hours to game, it's very important for us, to not like take the time to do these updates when we don't know about them. And so someone who has a lot of time, it doesn't matter. But this is why for us, Stadia, it's very convenient when these type of things happens, for sure.
Yeah, and what I like also is that the for example, the monthly games, I remember that again, for PlayStation, I don't really dive into it, and there's sometimes very cool titles that I kind of want to check out, like I think Titanfall 2 or whatever. People say it's very good, but it's another threshold, and if you don't have much time, you don't want a threshold. But on Stadia, I always check out the Stadia Pro games because it's one click.
Yeah, exactly.
You claim and you check them out for 30 minutes. And you're good, right? And you see, and then you sometimes get a gem. You say, hey, I like this game. I never thought I would, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That's what I like. That's one of the reasons that I still like and even stream and actually make Stadia only content.
Yeah.
But so that's why I enjoy Stadia. So
yeah.
That's basically
So. For the people who doesn't know you, I personally know that you have a lot of interesting stuff in your mind. But tell us, what's your goal? What you're doing right now with Stadia? What are you doing with your stream? You have a certain quest you're doing right now. So I'll let you tell that to the crowd.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, sometimes I just keep babbling, and I can make a story 5 minutes story 30 minutes long if I have to.
Yeah.
But I kind of was looking for I kind of want to promote and I want to be a Stadia streamer. It's just a choice you make for reason I just describes also. And I was like, okay, what can I do or what has not been done? So I was thinking about completionist stuff, like people like that, but then you have to really commit. And I was like, okay, what can I do that could be fun to do it for myself, but also would be fun that people to follow or to watch. That's because you're always looking for that. And I don't really care. I don't mean to get like. I understand that I don't want 1,000 people watching me. I would feel very uncomfortable. I was like, okay, what can I do that would be fun that people would like to see? So then I was like, okay, I want to start completing games, be some kind of completionist. Oh, 1 sec, sorry.
Yeah.
Alarm goes off. So anyway, sometimes in your mind you get those ideas. You want to do something. So sorry, I'm also diabetic, so that adds also to the equation. Okay, it's good. So long story short, I was like, okay, I want to kind of start to make to completion, but then I don't want to do the I just want to start alphabetically. I don't know why, but I just wanted to start with, why not? Because it kind of forces you to sometimes play games that you don't like or that you dislike or that are not interested in, if you don't know what's going to happen, because it kind of forces you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, but also, you could get yourself open for surprises. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, let's try that. So I was looking in last year, I was looking what I want to do. So I looked into A Place for the Unwilling, and I was like, I'm not sure. Narrative game. I like narrative games like 13 Sentinel and Spiritfarer. Those are very great games, but I wasn't sure. It didn't really appeal to me.
You should have listened to yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, and then I was like, okay, then you have Attack on Titan. Okay, I do Attack on Titan. I don't. Okay, you know what? So I looked it up. You can play Attack on Titan 2, but you get the entire story of the anime or the manga. So I was like, okay, let's watch Attack on Titan. And so I started to watch Attack on Titan Crunchyroll, and I was so fucking hooked, and it's the best series ever. And I'm just like, oh my god! And every week, I'm on Monday morning I have like a 30-minute window, and every morning every week I check it. It's been a while that I really been looking forward to a series. It's so great. Attack on Titan, go watch it. It's insane. So then I started to play the game, and then it's like a Musou game, like Dynasty Warriors. So it takes a lot of hours to complete. Mm-hmm. But I kind of got into it. So I was like, okay, so I can do Attack on Titan. I can do it. I can. Okay, you know what? Let's just this year, 2022. This is going to be a good year. Oh my god, I was so wrong. I'm so sorry. But also why I'm into gaming, because it's a great escapism from everything that's going on in the world. So yeah, we all know what's going to happen right now. So Anyway, forget it. We're gaming right now, but my heart is also with the people there. It's disgusting what's happening, but
I understand.
it's not about that. But
No.
so sorry. I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's
Anyway,
okay. It's good to know what's happening, and my heart is for them also. It's very bad. Things are happening in the world, and it's sad.
if there's anything I could do, and I probably we start some stream and ask people to donate to the cause. That's I think the best we can do right now. We feel so helpless sometimes, but. Anyway, so I decided, okay, this year I'm going to start. So I started the Play Free Unwilling. So my goal, technically, basically, is to just play all the games, complete all the games from A to Z. And I know, I'm fully aware that's of course impossible.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough time.
But I mean, people say that Stadia is dead, but it's still alive. So I'm gonna kill Stadia.
I love that.
Kill Stadia.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just play all the games, complete them all, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm working on it. I have more free time from now on because I finished 4 games now. To also make like an in memoriam completionist style video, like okay, this is the journey, this is how I got it, this is what I thought of the game, this is my review, this is my opinion. In the end, how long did it take, and how is it completed, and basically inspired by the completionist. Something like that, something similar. That was in the back of my mind that I wanted to do. So already we are now on the 2nd month. We were busy 2 months. So I played Arian on the Secret of Seasons, Attack on Titan 2, and I'm not going to start them all from scratch. If I played them already, I'm going to continue that, but just of course, because then it's going to be even worse. Attack on Titan 2, Play Free Unwilling, and already with the Play Free Unwilling, I was like, okay, I have to play this game. I'm not interested in it, but okay, let's sit back. And it's a narrative you have to read. There is no voice acting. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read a book. Not really my medium anymore, but okay, you know what? I'm just gonna start. I'm just sit back, read about it. And I just got so involved in the story, and it's actually such a good story, and it has multiple endings, and the way to get there, and the way the characters, I got so involved with. So I'm so happy that I already got the first game for me is already a hidden gem, and that was one of the things that I wanted, right? I wanted a game that I could never complete. For example, Celeste is coming with the sea that every week you're gonna try a level a few times, you're gonna cry, break your controller, and then try it next week, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
But also, maybe find a game that you wouldn't be interested in and you end up really liking. So that happened with the Play for the Unwilling. I finished Attack on Titan 2, also a game that I would never really played if I didn't think about this project. So already for me, it's a success. And now we did Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. I'm just done, and now I'm actually playing Assassin's Creed Liberation. So there's another part. I'm gonna have to play through all the Assassin's Creed. So I also... That's why I hesitated a bit to start. I'm like, okay, I like Assassin's Creed. Sometimes it's a hit or miss, but most of the time I like the historic settings. I like the combat most of the time, but it has its flaws, right? And so I was like, okay, do I really want to do it? And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to start, see where I end. And well, 2 months in, and already, again, I really enjoy it. So
that's
so
awesome.
Far, so
yeah. So there you have it, guys. Malaysia. So if you like completionists, if you like people completing games, also Malaysia is very active with the chat. He's very I like the way he interacts with the chat. He's very active. I can just repeat myself. But yeah. I just love Malaysia. I just love watching him. He's awesome. So Malaysia, where can people find you?
Well, my YouTube is Malaysia Online. So even though I'm not much online, but I try to get more consistency in. So at least on Sunday nights I will stream. Sunday, Friday, and Tuesday, most likely. It's going to be the 3 streaming days. So you can find me there. My Twitter is also Malaysia Online. And you can follow. You don't have to. I always feel bad for people who you should watch me. That feels bad for me. But you can follow along. If you follow my Twitter, you can see the hashtag #MelKillStadia. I keep people updated where I'm at, what I think of a game. And also soon I will hope to get my first in memoriam videos, the completionist about my kills that I do. And I hope that those are of a good enough quality that would be interesting to people to show the journey of a game completionist style. I hope people are interested in that because that's the goal. So keep an eye out for that if you want, if you think that's cool. And as you noticed, right, just ask me a question. I can talk for 30 minutes if you enjoy that.
That was fun. Yeah.
Come by and talk about games, talk about everything, politics, medicine, whatever. I am always up for a chat. I love that. And if not, I just keep pressing buttons. I'm having fun. So don't feel obliged. I would feel bad if you feel that way. So
So there you have it. So in Malaysia, stream once in a while. Not on a specific schedule, but you'll see him on there at least a few times a week. So you can definitely see him there. All right, guys. So thank you for watching, and thank you, Malaysia, for doing this interview for me. I really appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. We've talked about it for a few weeks now, and again, thank you, and hope to see you on more stream. I'm there a few times, every week.
Yeah,
so,
thanks. And if people like this, I'm very happy to in a few months to update, keep an update. If you're interested, let me know. That would be great. I'm very grateful that I'm here. So keep up the good work, guys.
There you go. Send some comments in the chat with Malaysia if you're interested. On Twitter or anything, and he'll let you guys update it. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
All right, it is only Ninja Guy. So for the rest of the show, it'll only be me, and we'll be talking how awesome Ninja Guy is. No, just kidding. Let me get John in here and Fletch. All right, guys. So
that was a great interview. I like Malaysia is. He's awesome. I know he's in the chat there, and I'm not just saying that, but I know we've talked about having him. Talking with him, interviewing him on the show for a while now. He was part of the Summer Community Championship.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I first learned about Malaysia, is at the Summer Community Championship, and battling it out there, and just seeing his skills and whatnot. And I admire, he's going through each of the games this year. He knows that, it's a pretty impossible task, but he's still giving his all, going through each of those games and documenting it. And that's great. I mean, those types of videos for years to come, people will be, I'm interested in this game or that game, and they'll be able to watch the video, see what he thinks about it and whatnot, and excited to see get an update from him in a couple of months. He can come back on.
Something that he wanted me to mention also is that he was a big fan of Marvel Heroes before getting into Stadia, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how he started streaming, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Malaysia, you're in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. But this is how he got a little bit of fame on the stream. So he got a following, and this is how he got into streaming. So Marvel Heroes had a big place in his heart. And also I wanted to let people know that if you want to hear a very interesting story or a very funny story about Malaysia, ask him about the bat story. Ask him about the bat story, and you'll laugh your ass off. I haven't laughed like that in so long. But yeah, you gotta ask Malaysia about the bat story. But that's all I have to say about that.
His live streams are great. Sort of, I met him through Stadia Hunters, and sort of ever since he started streaming, I sort of pop in every now and then. And great at streaming. Really good at games as well. Definitely want to have a watch, guys, if you get a chance to.
Definitely.
Sure.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on the NinjaGuy X is awesome segment. All right. No, so I'm gonna jump here in the community news. So let me just bring that up here. Let me just remove all of my crap here that doesn't. All right. There you go. All right. So just something here that I want to talk about. It was part of the news, but I think that John forgot to mention it. But here, we've heard that. No problem. It's because it was in the community news, and we switched it to the news. So that's why. Anyway, so I'm just looking at Malaysia's messages here, which makes me laugh. So Ryan's Rescue Squad. So we were wondering if it was coming to Stadia, because we were hearing some stuff behind it, and we weren't sure if it was confirmed or not. But John here asked them if it was planned to be there on March 4th for Google Stadia, and they didn't mention it. It says it's our intention. Ryan tells us that he's going to need as much help as possible to save his friend. Thank you for your interest, John. So John did that on purpose. He knew that they were gonna answer that, right? So it's very nice to see an official thing saying that it will come on Stadia. So look for it for Ryan's Rescue Squad on March 4th.
Review coming soon. That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
Yes, exactly.
100%, right? 100%.
100% completion and everything, right?
I
All
hope
right.
the achievements are easy.
Yeah. So now to the community news. So Clive has now been doing some shows for 2 years now, and you can look forward for Monday, where he's gonna celebrate his second anniversary. So he's gonna talk about massive Ubisoft games coming, Cyberpunk update, and all the news. So
So that was
Yeah.
actually this past Monday.
oh, it was okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Yeah, because we have this community news in here. But yeah, Clive's been doing 2 years the Stadia Monday night chat, 2nd year anniversary. So yeah, Clive he's like one of the staples in the Stadia community here. Always
Yeah.
has awesome insight on stuff. Very, very thoughtful. Very well organized. Like all of everything that Clive does, and he's funny as heck too. Like, you can see the stuff there. Like it's just so funny. We need to get Clive on here too one time. But I'm just laughing here. But he's very meticulous as well. So all of his stuff is fact based, or if it's his opinion, he backs it up. God, he backs it up with a lot of information. So just a big shout out to Clive as well. Funny. I love it. But yeah, he just recently celebrated his 2-year anniversary of being a Stadia content creator.
Yeah, very nice. I would want to add also that like he's never transparent. Like when you have like an opinion on something, he's gonna go ahead, and mention
Yes.
it, and that's what I like about Clive. He's not scared to hide anything, So
Yeah.
Next up, we got Dad Plays Game. Once again, guys, just a reminder that this Saturday, this Saturday actually. Oh my gosh, it goes by so fast. He's having a 12-hour stream. It's a charity live stream where you can donate to a mental health not institute, but charity, basically a mental health charity. And he'll be having 11 giveaways, 7 games, which is considered all strategy games, which I haven't played in a while. So it's going to be very interesting to see him play these. And 7 hot sauce milestones, meaning that if you give away a certain amount of money, he'll be having like spoonful of hot sauce, I think. And it's like the second most hottest pepper, right? Hot pepper in there. So it's going to be crazy. To see him do that. I don't know how he does it. Like just one of those makes me almost die. So
my mouth is getting hot just of you talking about it, right? It's just
exactly.
And it was awesome when he was on last week. We talked to him about this, and is like Bjorn's like another great individual, and so sad to hear about the loss of his sister. But he takes those losses and turns it around, and he's doing an amazing thing for charity here, and for, like you mentioned, the mental health here. So
yeah,
I think that starts tomorrow at 6 a.m. Eastern, which is noon his time, right? And goes for 12 hours. So it basically is going to be from 6 a.m. Eastern until 6 p.m. Eastern. And then of course, whatever in your particular time zone there is what it'll be. But yeah, definitely check it out.
Awesome. It's gonna be a fun time. That Plays Game is very fun to watch. He speaks a lot. He's he there's never dead time on his stream, so it's gonna be very fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Andrew Peterson, which is Caliphate, is a new streamer, guys. So we can welcome him to the Stadia community. He's been around for a while, but he's actually now a content creator. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy the link here.
Yep, I've got those in the chat there.
You got it? Okay, perfect.
Yep, I put his YouTube. He stopped streaming with Twitch for right now because he was having some issues.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's also a good friend of Ray, the gaming cyborg, which we've had Ray on here as well. So we wanted to give him a shout out and some recognition. He was going to try to be on the show here for a couple of minutes, but I think he had to go pick up his daughter or something, another family commitment. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still nice to see new content creators coming in, and it's nice to, it's good to welcome them with warm heart. But Califet, like I mentioned, has been there for a bit. I recall seeing him at some place, probably at Ray's stream and stuff like that, a few times. So he's pretty familiar with how it works. So if you guys want to see what he does, go ahead and click that link. Now with InLead, of course, with his beautiful looking graphic there. So he has updated the Stadia Pro gaming monitor with 5 new pro games, which we've talked about on this week's on Stadia. 3 pro games. That is, we need to make a correction on that. There's actually 4 pro games leaving in February 2022. We've got 135 pro games since November 2019 and 52 pro games in March 2022. And just a quick anecdote, InLead is now a moderator for the wiki of Stadia on the Stadia Reddit. So he's going to be taking care of keeping that the Stadia Pro up to date and other things there. But it's nice to having him on the team because he's like very good at keeping track of that. So, I also take care of the wiki at the moment, and I'm not really touching that part of the wiki because I know that InLead, he is pretty good at keeping that maintained. So, very nice. Next up, we got Joshua LeBlanc. Let's go. He's showing his nice 4-colored controller there. And yeah, that's it. So next up, but wow. So Joshua got the transparent controller. So John, do you know, has it been confirmed if it's the one from eBay that he
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Joshua was the one who won it there.
Nice.
But I'm going to be honest with you, and this is my first contact or that I found out about Joshua as well. So this is awesome that we had the person on the show, I forget his name offhand here, that was selling the controller on eBay there, and we know it went for well over
It's over 1,000, isn't it?
1K Canadian at least.
Yeah. So hats off. And I know there were some comments in here. People were like, "Can you move the controller over slightly so that it's in line with the other ones?" Centered a bit. So,
I can help out. I've realised that. Yeah, move it over.
That's funny. Oh my gosh,
it's awesome. Super jealous, but congrats. Congrats. That's a piece of Stadia history that you will probably never ever again see for sale. If you do, it'll be extremely rare. But that's awesome.
It shows that some people are big fans and are willing to pay big amounts for them. So it's great. It is a piece of history. So it's very cool that it's going to a fan at the very least. So Evan 2K here. So I'm just going to read. Actually, I'm going to let John talk about it because I'm not too sure about this one.
No worries. So MM2K recently purchased an LG C1 TV, and also Gamer TV had purchased one. And there's basically, this is like a good thread on how to fine tune the settings for Stadia on that particular television. I believe Clive also has this TV as well. So this is a lot of good suggestions and hints in there to be able to configure if you do purchase the LG C1 TV. So there you go. Awesome. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Here, Melissa says, has there only been one for the controller? I was about to write it down, but since you're done, John. So I know 2 other controllers for sure exist. I've seen one in Ryan's Breakdown 2's presentation, and then on YouTube, there's a person that showed one.
He was part of the dev team. Yeah, those were only handed out to the launch team. I think, if memory serves correct, there's 15 or maybe 20 total, but we've only saw, like Ninja has mentioned here, a handful of people that have actually like shown it. So
exactly.
yeah,
Maybe we'll see some more going around. Hopefully. I mean, we can get our hopes up, right? Like that'd be so cool to own one of them. So, but yeah. Clive here is saying, I think it's a guide if you use the LG C1 as monitor.
Oh,
So
as a monitor rather than just a television. Okay, yeah. And because I know like by default there was some settings, Gamer TV was mentioning that like the Stadia looked fuzzy on it or something like that, and MM2K and Gamer TV were going back and forth. So I just thought, this is a great little thread if anybody has questions on setting it up as a monitor and things like that. Yeah. Look, MM2K's right there. Look, Mama, we made it. I could just hear it in his voice too. In my
hey, Mama, let me show you something.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm laughing. Great. Oh my gosh.
So Grace has left the Stadia community post job for a few months now, but she is still very fond to the Stadia community, and it shows right here. So the Reddit mod has created a cup with all of their logos in there for her. So this is a very heartwarming gift from the Reddit moderators. I've been talking to the moderators lately just because I'm part of the wiki, and they're all so nice. It's a very cool team, and to see a gesture like that done for Grace, in my opinion, is very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that cup because it's got everyone's little logo on it, and it's got Grace's guac because she's a big fan of guac. So, and I think even like in the thread there, someone asked, "Can I buy that cup?" Or where can I buy it? But that's awesome. Like that's such a nice gesture, and they also gave her those plushies as well. So
that's so nice.
Awesome. Like you mentioned, like Grace will always be a part of the Stadia community as being one of the first community managers for Stadia. So that was so awesome to see that.
I agree. All right. So Triangle Studios, this is the company who's making From Space and who has released It Came From Space on Stadia. So I was lurking around their Discord because they're starting to be pretty active. I think we're gonna hear a From Space announcement sometime soon. I'm not sure. It feels like it. And so I've been lurking around there, but something interesting that Remco said is that there's more going in the background. And excuse me. Whew. Okay, so and he's talking about Mickey Storm and the Cursed Mask. So this is a game. It's a platformer. It's it's a weird game. You're on a inflatable tube, and you're sliding across like water slides and stuff like that. But it's very cool. It reminds me of Sonic Boom and the Shattered Crystal for some reason. But anyway, it says some of it related to new platforms as well, but we haven't been able to release the patch yet. Sorry for to be vague about it, but it really isn't in our hands right now. So they're expanding to new platform, and we're kind of hopeful that maybe we'll be seeing this game on Stadia, which would be a good addition because I like platformers. It's a very good genre. So looking forward to see that. So what I just did is try to put a little bit of traffic here, see if they can put some interest in Stadia in case that they weren't planning on doing it.
Yeah, I think the game was released in September of last year on other platforms. But yeah, like you said, it's very interesting, and them mentioning, because someone was asking about, there's supposed to be a patch for it, and they're like, well, basically the patch is delayed because there's new platforms. So hopefully, like you mentioned there, that Stadia is a consideration.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eyes, and it just made me not want to keep my eyes on that Discord again, just to see if there's any update on that. So next up is myself. I got myself a new TV 2 days ago. It's the Sony X85J 55-inch, and I just love the TV, man. It's great. is it better than other TVs? I don't know, because last time I bought a TV was 11 years ago. But man, I don't have any issues with it. It's a really cool TV. When I first opened it up, the first thing that I did is start Stadia. I wanted to make sure that it worked well without the Chromecast, without an extra plug. And at first I was disappointed, man. Like there was some lag. It didn't work well. But then I decided to do a system update. I guess it didn't do it automatically. So I updated the TV. And I also forgot to switch it to game mode. So that might have been it also. But I did both of those. And then it's a flawless experience. It's as good as the Chromecast. Man, like 4K HDR. It's the first time I was experiencing that. And my eyes are like jello. Like it's so it's an eye candy. It's so beautiful. And so yeah, if you guys want to ask, like if the X85J is a good TV, in my opinion, it is. It has Google TV inside. I've also tried GeForce Now, which is it was excellent there also. Hopefully we'll be seeing Luna on there if whenever we get Luna to Canada. But yeah, it's a TV that I recommend.
See, seeing that, I wanted to buy another TV, but then realized I only bought mine 3 years ago, and I was like, maybe
I
not
know
yet.
it's the same.
Maybe wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I know, because your LG is not compatible with some of the new features. That's unfortunate. But
Sad.
So yeah, we might see John buying a new TV sometime soon.
I hope so, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Speaking of TV, we are now sponsored by McDonald's. So here is a McDonald's commercial. No, I'm just kidding. So what's interesting is John has found out in this McDonald's commercial is, look at this. They're using a Stadia controller, which is something unusual. We usually see like PlayStation or Xbox controllers during these commercial, but here you can clearly see that he's using a Premier Edition white controller. And is that Founders. It is. It's a Founders. I wasn't sure
as well. And you can tell it by the because I know some people are like, right? Oh well, those aren't Stadia controllers. Well, yeah, you can tell by the analogs. They are the orange, and then you also had some people. Well, of course, moving those goalposts further back. Well, probably because they were on sale and there's so much of them. That's the only reason they're using them. So yeah, like trying to the little bit of joy that we find in this, they're trying to discount it by making up some excuse. I think it's pretty cool because this is an ad out of the UK. It's Stadia controllers. In the grand scheme of things, sure, it doesn't mean much, but it's a little bit more brand awareness, right? So these are just these are little things that are slowly starting to creep in that shows progress.
Exactly.
Right? Is it going to get Elden Ring on Stadia? No. Right? No, for sure. It's not going to. Yeah. But who knows? This is just more people being aware of it. Maybe we'll get a Stadia Happy Meal. Of course not. But
shout out to McDonald's UK.
Yeah, wait, you forgot. Shout out to McDonald's UK.
I will just say, on the space of adverts, there was also another company that did an advert with a Stadia controller in it. I think it was like a Finnish or a Dutch company. I can't remember the exact company name now. I was trying to find it beforehand, but I can't find it. But there was another advert recently, and they were also using a Stadia controller.
I'd like to.
That's awesome.
I thought everyone had a clear one. Yeah, that was a funny one. I just, like, is these little bits. I just want to know the story behind, right? Like, is the director, was he like a Stadia fan and he brought his controllers? Like, you just don't know. And I wish we would know like the story behind it for sure.
But it's interesting nonetheless, right? Like, this is cool to be able to see these little bits of information. Yeah.
My biggest logical guess is that Google spent some money and asked them to put the controllers in there. This is like my most logical.
Yeah, of course, right? Like it's product placement.
Exactly.
Even though it's for a couple of seconds here, it's probably some type of. And I'm pretty sure a couple of months ago there was some type of interaction either between the Stadia account and McDonald's or Shaka and McDonald's. I don't know. And people are like, "Oh, well, was this part of it?" Well, who knows, right?
Never know.
Maybe, maybe it could be. It's just all speculation, but regardless, this is good to see. This is a positive. Like, this is positive. This is a step forward.
exactly. Just shows to the public and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So the Winter Community Championship, the 3 weeks are completed, and we now have our 16 finalists. So the
Woohoo!
4 games has not been announced yet for the finals, but it's going to be very soon. I don't think it's going to be this weekend after all, because we haven't heard about it. I wouldn't believe that we'd do it so quickly without any advertisement. But
Yeah.
we'll get the 4 games on there. So we've got 16 finalists. We've got Fletch in there, but I think that you've resigned from the competition, right, Fletch?
I did due to time constraints, and
Yeah.
I wanted to be fair to the other contenders.
Yeah.
So I sort of withdrew because I just don't have the time to compete, unfortunately. So much
Yeah.
stuff to do. So
It's understandable, and we'll be leaving the place to the 17th finalist, Humble Bum instead.
I love that.
Is that for real? Is that his name?
Yeah. I want to know who Kid Canada is. Who's
Yeah.
Kid Canada 5988. I've never heard of them before. There's Kit Kat, but
Canada.
up at the top of the leaderboard there, Max Bauer there.
Yeah, very well deserved. He works. I think he worked hard on his achievement. He did some pretty insane runs. I talked to him in the background. He's from Quebec, and
Awesome.
he's French. He's a French Quebecer. So it was nice to talk to him. And
That's
then
awesome.
we've got Krolk, which is from Germany, Mugen, Germany, Bump, Germany. Pulley is the scientist from Germany, John?
No, US.
Oh, he's from US. Nice.
Yep.
Well, Faden Malaysia from the Netherlands.
Oh, there's
6'2".
Malaysia.
Yeah.
I
Gizmo
was
Duck.
representing the UK. I'm sorry.
Oh man, no more. Well, Frontier is Italian, but he does live in UK, so he can somewhat do that. Menti Power, Mysterious, Kit Kat, Cabello, and Notas, and Humblebum. So yeah,
Awesome.
here's the finalists. So look forward for one of the weekends. We'll be announcing it, and you'll see these guys competing against each other.
Hold on here. We've got breaking news from
Oh.
Mr. DeSlip here. It looks like it's going to take place March the 5th. So that would be what? Next Saturday?
Yeah, looks like it.
Next Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. GMT. So look forward for more details on that soon. Thanks so much, Jack.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love the 4 games. It's going to be very fun to watch. Not just for a finalist to play, but yeah, it's going to be a fun one.
You know what? We should have had it set up where we start to talk and then by beep. The 4 games are beep.
Yeah.
Oh, and then this one's really.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, those will be announced shortly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wish I would have talked to the board beforehand. Like, I guess we could have announced them today, but yeah. Anyway, so that's something in the past. So on the Reddit wiki, we've added a new section, which is the demos. We were wondering if there was a demo page, and we realized that there wasn't after Chorus was announced as a demo. So we've decided to add one. All you have to do is go on the wiki, click on Game Statistic, and click on Demo. There you go. Click on Demos right here. You'll see the list of release date. Something interesting about Rainbow Six Extraction is that the release date was wrong. When you click on it, it says that it was released on the 20th. But it was actually released on the 27th when the Buddy Pass was released. So yeah, we had to fix that up. We got the name of the game. We've got the time limit. So not too long ago, you mentioned that Chorus was maybe a time limit game with a few missions in the campaign, but it is actually unlimited. And we also explain what's in the demo. So here it's 2 campaign missions.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a little bit informative. If you want to see exactly what the demo is about, you can go ahead, click on these demos and read about what's it about. And we'll try to keep it as up to date as we can.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Mike Rose says, let's see what is. So the Descenders, is a game. I think Flesh, you know about this game, right?
Very little.
Okay.
I know that it's sort of like a.
It's a racing downhill.
Game.
Yeah. Kind of
very fast paced. Yeah, it is very very popular.
Yeah,
it's been out. It's been out for I think 4 years, something like that. It's similar. Ubisoft has a similar game on Stadia. I can't remember what it's called offhand. Yeah,
Okay.
it's where you get the dirt bike. You're doing tricks and
Oh,
stunts.
they're
and
right,
things
Riders
like that.
Republic. That's it.
No,
Yeah.
no. There's another
Or
one. There's another one.
Trials,
Trials.
right?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's what it's similar to from
Okay.
based upon what I watched. Yeah.
Okay. And so someone asked, if it would be possible to bring it to Stadia. And he was very transparent about it. He said, if Stadia want the game and want to give us money, then yeah, we could do that. So very transparent. So Google, Stadia, get to work. If you want to get these developers your game, maybe give them a little incentive, and we could see it on Stadia. So you never know. If they get in contact with Stadia, they might go ahead and build something up. Maybe it's a 50-50 chance. So but it's just a little something that we wanted to show and see if just so people can get interested into that.
I know that the game itself blew up when it launched on Game Pass. And ever since it launched on there, and obviously it's come off the service now, but since it launched on there, sort of it got that media traction, and it's just been growing strength to strength ever since. It's great to see sort of such a small indie developer get that much notoriety, because the game is excellent and it's got overwhelmingly positive reviews everywhere. So always good to
That would
see.
be awesome for Stadia Pro if it would come to Stadia Pro.
Yeah,
that would be great. So, and we know that they've already have a game published on Stadia as well. So Mike knows, they already have the contacts at Stadia. So who knows? Maybe we'll see it come as a Stadia Pro game, especially with all these new tools and stuff like that. It could be easier than ever just to bring it over.
Yeah, and even the scientist here is like, oh my god, Stadia, don't joke around, please. It's totally worth it. That's a call arms. So they're probably aware. So you never know.
Yeah.
So next up, Jackbox Party 9 has been announced. Not on Stadia yet. There's no console that's been mentioned yet. But let's keep our hopes up. Maybe we'll be seeing Jackbox Party 9 on Stadia, and they're pretty active. So they're showing games daily, I think. So every day they're showing a game that's going to be released on Jackbox Party Pack 9. So go ahead and follow them on Twitter, and you can keep up to date with what kind of games you'll be seeing on there.
That would be awesome. I really do think that's a natural progression for it to release, because what we've got 6, 7, and 8, and we already spoke with Ethan. He's done the groundwork on getting the titles over. So Jackbox Party Pack 9 coming this fall. I could say of course it's all just speculation. I would myself personally say there's probably a 75 to 80% chance that this is coming to Stadia, if not more, but hopefully we hear soon.
I know that obviously the two chicks there are a hint to what a game could be, and I don't know what that game is, and it's really irritating me. I'm like, what are they teasing?
The Ethan, like you said, build up. I think he built up tech to port this game easily, from what I got from the interview. So if it's running from the same kind of engine, then it should be pretty easy, right, to port it. So I think that it's very possible.
Yeah,
for sure. So today we've seen something on Reddit, which is kind of cool. I don't think I have my sound enabled, but let me put that link.
Do you want me to see if I could play it and share with the sound?
You know what? I can just close it down and put it back on. I just need to put it back with sound. Yeah, give me a second.
And we could just mute ourselves, Fletch and I, just so there's no feedback. Oh,
okay. Share audio. There you go. And so let me close this here. So what this person did, they put some they recorded sounds coming from the controller. Like you can see, he scratched the back, tapped the right side of his controller, click, and he recorded all of that in a mixing music app. And he created a Stadia song out of it, which is pretty cool. Let me just forward it a little bit here. So you can see that this person, Sagara Productions, is pretty talented. and it's very nice to to see like some Stadia love, like doing something like that. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I really like it. Let me remove the sound here, and so John and Flish can talk about it. Yeah.
So that's awesome. So Ninja, we know, or maybe people don't know, you host a radio show weekly, right?
Yeah.
With video game music and whatnot. Is this something that you could potentially play? I mean, I don't know licensing or anything, stuff like that. Is this something that you could possibly play on your show? Or
yeah, definitely, it's something that I could do. I didn't thought of that, so
Really?
let me put that in my notes. I'll probably put that on. That's a good idea. I haven't thought of that. I
And
thought you were
maybe
going to ask like,
Oh.
can you make a song like that? I was like, oh my gosh, probably not.
Well, I mean, you did the intro for the Stadiaversary, 2nd year anniversary, which was awesome. But
Yeah.
do you happen? I know this is anything we haven't talked about or anything like that. Do you happen to have a link for people about your radio show that you could maybe paste into the chat, if not now, later? That way they could find out a little bit about it and.
Yeah,
Just a little-
unfortunately, it's only live at the moment. I don't have any
Oh, okay.
pages created
Okay.
for it, but they plan on doing the podcast. So they'll
Okay.
be adding older episodes to a podcast sometimes. We talked about it.
Oh,
They
nice.
haven't implemented it yet, but I can't wait because some people can't make it to the show live. So I'm looking forward for them to put it on, and I'll be announcing it for sure whenever they do it. So
Great.
it's going to be on my Twitter for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Next up is Stadia icons. So as you might have seen on my desktop not too long ago, I had a bunch of icons. So here, Eric Laurie, has created something pretty exceptional, and he must have taken a lot of time to do that. So it's kind of a website. So let me show you guys here. So Stadia icons .web.app. So it's pretty easy to remember, but all you have to do basically is search for whatever game you want to have here. So let's just do A Place for the Unwilling, since I don't have that one. You click the icon, it's loading up, and then you click this button here. My computer is a little bit slower when I share my screen, and then you click install. And that's it. So now the icon is on my desktop. And what's nice about it, let me just take an icon here randomly. And so it basically acts like a PC game, which is kind of cool. So you just double click on it. It opens up. Oops. It opens your games up, and you don't need to do anything else. It's, very convenient if you plan on playing your games on PC. And very efficient. You don't need to go on the website. Just it acts basically like a game. So now, but the only thing is that you have to click here to make it full screen. But that's it.
Yeah, that's just one less step, right? You can go right into the game there.
Exactly. It makes it more convenient, and I feel like it's just a next step to make it almost seamless for. Let me remove that Malaysia conversation here, but seamless for like as if you'd be like a PC player, right? It's just, oh my gosh, can I put the right thing here? There it is. Okay, so yeah.
So I don't mean to interrupt you here, but it looks like Malaysia says here, I'm back. 4 final games have been announced. He says,
really?
Check Twitter. So
really?
maybe we've
got
the Winter CC.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
So the Winter. All right, look at that.
Oh, here we go.
I'll let John read that for you guys.
Oh, okay. So it says here, just a week until the live 16 players final. We're ready to announce the games. Alrighty. So I wish I had that same voice as, are you ready to rumble? Or let's get ready to rumble. But anyways, just imagine that guy announcing it here. Round 1, 16 enter and only 8 leave in Super Animal Royale. And now if I'm not mistaken, Ninja, this is also going to be using the custom matchmaking
Yes.
feature that we saw in the Stadia Discord event not too long ago?
Exactly. So this means that we'll be hosting the Super Animal Royale game, meaning that we won't be seeing any AI or anybody else joining. So we'll be giving like a code, I think, to get in the private match, and without any interruptions. So it's going to be very nice, very well made.
I wonder who's going to camp by the storm.
That's
Don't
a
go in.
strategy, yeah. You never know.
I'm
Alrighty,
gutted by
and-
that 5. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I should
Yeah.
have been there, but oh well.
So we could see here for round 2, 8 enter. So out of the 16 from round 1, 8 make it to round 2, and from round 2, only 4 will leave, and the game is Dirt 5. So
Nice.
that's interesting. Yep, that's been a Stadia Pro game, so that's good to hear.
And
then-
there's been an update lately, which improves the
Yes.
game. A lot less latency, a lot less lags.
Yeah, it runs so like it runs great. Before there was an
Mhm.
issue playing it in 4K where it would just like stop for a couple of seconds. That's
Wow.
all been fixed. It's on par. There's crossplay. I mean, obviously crossplay won't be in a factor here since it's all going to be played on Stadia. But yeah, Dirt 5 it's fantastic game. I was actually just playing it the other day, playing against other people online. And I'm racing. I'm doing everything while I think is good, and they're just whizzing by me. I'm like, what am I doing? There's no turbo or anything like that. So
Yeah.
again, it's kind of like the Wreckfest. I started to use your techniques from Wreckfest, going around corners using other cars as a cushion to get
Yeah.
in and ahead of it, and it actually does work.
Right?
So,
yeah,
you
it's
know,
the big
yeah, so-
strategy.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
One gutting thing about Dirt 5 though is that one thing we noticed as Stadia Hunters community
Mhm.
is that one
Yeah.
of the achievements has doubled up.
Yeah,
one-
they're having
and-
some issues with
and-
the achievements.
And the one achievement where it's doubled up, the original achievement which they had doesn't work.
Oh, really?
It's
So
really
it-
weird, yeah. So
yeah.
hopefully it gets fixed down the line.
a double
Which is
a double
funny.
feature.
yeah.
Oh
We're
my
gonna call it a
gosh.
feature.
And then we've got for round 3 of those 4, only 2 will leave. Cake Bash. I know Ninja, you and I have played this. Vivi's a big fan of this as well. Cake Bash is just super fun to play. So again, that's another Stadia Pro game. So
Yeah.
we can see this is awesome. Is how we've been talking about over the weeks, is making the tournament as accessible as possible to as many people. So not trying to include as many either free to play or Stadia Pro games that are competitive
Yes.
here. So this is going to be fun. Gateau Royale. I
Cake
always love when they
Bash
say
is
that.
going to be hard. It's going to be hard
Yes.
because it's a very like I don't know, like it's a very party type of game, right? So
Yes.
it's very unforgiving, and
Yep.
I can't wait to see like
Yeah.
how silly it's going to be. Oh my god.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
expect the cake buns.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
Have you got a flan?
Fork knife, right?
And then from there, so we now have the final game, Killer Queen Black. 2 will enter, and 1 is the champion. So so that's going to be awesome here. Super Animal Royale, Dirt 5, Cake Bash, and to top it all off, Killer Queen Black. And do we have it? I think it's been announced, right? What the grand prize is? Is it
400? Yeah, for the
400
first
US,
prize,
yeah.
and the second prize is 250, if I'm not mistaken. So very good
So I
prices.
see Malaysia is there in the chat. Malaysia, you better get good like you did for
Yeah.
Bomberman on the Stadia Discord. We want to
Exactly.
see who's going to come out the
Get good.
champion. Yeah, get good. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see how good he is this time around.
Good.
It's going to be very interesting because the last game, what I like about it is very skill based. So I'm looking forward to see that. It's going to be interesting. I know that Dirt 5 is going to be rampage because I know like all of these people from Germany are big like into racing games, like Bump and Mugen, and so it's going to be very professional, type of racing. It's going to be very fun to watch. So Killer Queen Black have 1-player teams or 1-player plus 3 bots. So it's going to be queen versus queen with no bots. So it's just going to be 2 queens. They're going to fight to the death until the last one is standing.
We got Malaysia says, haha, I'll have to practice Dirt 5 and never won Animal Roy. You know what,
I
though?
give you a tip. just stay away
Yeah.
and be near the gas every time. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the good thing about it is like you never have to have won anything. It's just all comes down to this. So it's good. It's being announced today here, a week from the event, and the games are announced. So plenty of time to be able to practice and fine tune your techniques.
Super Animal Royale, you only have to be in the top 8. So even if you're not like the best of the best, you can still you still have a chance. And I know that you're pretty good at MotoGP, Malaysia. So Dirt 5 should be a cakewalk.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. So good luck to anyone. So as a last thing here. So we got this page, vulcan.org/matewithvulcan. And what's nice about this page is that it officially gives us a list of all games that was made with Vulcan or, ported on Vulcan or anything like that. What's nice is that like there's a lot of Stadia games. I think like almost all Stadia games are on there because, Vulcan is very important for Stadia, or if not important, it's probably like the most efficient way to port the game. And but what's even more interesting is we could potentially see games that are on this list go on Stadia at some point, because since it's already on Vulcan, it would be very easy to port. So for example, Detroit Become Human, could eventually come on Stadia.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Crisis, please.
Crisis is a big one. Yeah.
Look at this.
One that I would love to have is it starts with M. What's it called again? Maybe not. It's anyway. Like I would love to have Mad Max. Oh my gosh,
what a game!
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see like MOBA games come on there, like League of Legends or I'm trying to remember the name. What's the original MOBA again? But it's on there anyway.
Okay. But this would be a great way to help backfill some of, beef up the Stadia library. I don't know what's all involved from getting these games that are using Vulkan over to Stadia, but I would assume it's a lot less. And maybe with these new tools that are out from Google, maybe these might start to trickle on over. That would be great to see, like a lot of these games here make their way over.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, even Life is Strange 2 is on there, which is kind of nice.
Oh, and that's the one that is missing on Stadia, right? So
yeah, and big shout out to and let me just put that big shout out to InLead who found this. So it's very nice of him to show this to us and share his thoughts. Cyberpunk.
Yes, Cyberpunk.
No, it's not there.
It's not there. I was always a little suspicious that one used Wine DXVK. Well, it's confirmed. Like this list is official, so it was definitely not ported using Vulkan for sure. Just because, this list is official. That's what I think anyway. Like I'm no expert, but this seems very legit. Yeah.
I also just want to mention real quick, I just noticed it now. Shout out to Malaysia about 20 minutes ago or so. Bought a cup of coffee. Thank you so much, Malaysia. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. Much. I thought I heard a ding in the background, but I wasn't quite sure. And then I checked and saw. So hats off to Malaysia. Definitely check out Malaysia. Awesome individual. And hopefully we can have him come back online in a couple of months and give us an update on his game status. Who knows? Maybe we will have Malaysia back on here 2 weeks from tonight, right? As in anointing him as the Winter Community Championship king. He could take it all. We never know. If we do, we will have a ceremony to anoint the Winter Community Championship whoever wins, king or queen.
Yeah.
So
Fletch will
good
be
luck to
singing
everybody.
the official Stadia winner song. Uh,
Oh,
Well, I
with
thought it was,
like a Celine
My
Dion type of voice. So
yeah,
my
I
singing
thought-
voice. What?
yeah.
I don't know about that.
yeah, exactly.
So that will be
Oh
awesome.
man, yeah. So that's all we had for the news, folks.
Yep.
So let me just close that before I start showing some conversation that we have with Belizer again.
Oh, I
There
need
you
an
go.
update. I've
Yeah.
almost completed. I've almost completed another game to bring it to 51 completions now.
Ooh, that's
Getting
good.
there. I'm getting
Yeah.
there to that 100.
Nice. So
Oh
much
my
work.
gosh.
So yeah, John, I think that wraps it up for today. Or do you think?
Yeah. I think sometimes we do have like an open mic
Yeah.
question or things like that. Oh, I hear another in the back of my speakers here. I hear something. Again, thank you. I don't know what it is. That's generally a cup of coffee, but with Restream it doesn't show up. So thank you so much, whoever just did that cup of coffee. I will definitely tweet it out. I'll retweet and say thank you again. Thank you so much. But yeah, generally we have an open mic here, but we've been kind of on for a little while here. So maybe we'll save that open mic for next week. Definitely check out Dad Plays Games tomorrow, or maybe even depending where you live today. Could be Saturday, wherever you're at. I know Fletch is probably almost Saturday for you, right?
10
10 or 11 minutes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, definitely check that out. And a huge thank you to everybody here. Thank you, NinjaGuy X. Thank you, Fletch, everyone in the chat. Malaysia, thanks for coming on. I know this was an interview that you were able to get Ninja today, so that was
really
great.
Appreciate that.
And, and awesome. And let's see here. Oh, there we go, Granite. Oh, thank you so much, Granite. It's showing up here. Thank you for the cup of coffee. Appreciate that. Wow, so much love from everybody here. And I like we say, I love doing the show each and every week. We're trying to finalize some more interviews with developers. They're extremely busy, so it's a little delayed. I know we've got 2 or 3 on the go. So thank you. Yeah, go ahead. So go ahead here. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat as well, and then I'm talking, and I'm like fumbling here. So
I don't have anything to say. I just want to make sure that you don't forget about the giveaway.
Oh, I did. I actually did forget about the giveaway.
No one to be so.
I felt like you weren't like. I felt like you were leaning to the end, so I was like, "Is he gonna talk about that?"
No, good. See, that's what's great. Like we're here to check each other and make sure that we're in check here. Oh, Granite saying he didn't buy coffee. Malaysia did. So okay, well, all right. I heard something else in the background here, so I'm not 100% sure what that was. Maybe it's just mostly Martinez. Thank you so much. It's mostly Martinez with a cup of coffee. Double. That's awesome. Thank you. On this nice cold Friday evening. Appreciate that. Okay. So enough rambling on here. Let's see. So for those that are wanted to get into the raffle for the chance to win Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia, type in hashtag Stadium Connect North. We're going to give that away here. I'm looking here at the bot. Make sure everyone is all in check here. We've got a lot of entries in here. Lots of people. PyCon, Rebellica, Scooter Rama's Arena, Miss T22, Granite, Exception, Daniel. Lots of people here. Now remember, in order to claim your prize, you've got to be here. So hopefully everybody is here that wins. So I'm going to go ahead and do this here because I'm just rambling on. Blah, 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 blah.
Good luck, everyone.
What do they call people in Cyberpunk again? It's tombs, isn't it?
Something like that. Tombs. Okay, here we go. So we're going to click on roll it. And our winner is Miss T22.
Ooh.
So Miss T22, if you're in the chat, You've won. All you
Congrats.
need to do is speak up here, and we give everybody 60 seconds to be able to respond to that. You can get a hold of us on I think Discord or Twitter are really is the best. There we go, Miss T22. Congratulations.
Congrats.
You can contact on Twitter, Discord. I think if we just type in here, contact, ! Contact. That will give all
Perfect.
the goodiness here. Yep. So, and get that code out later to you tonight after the show. Got a few things to do, but then later tonight we'll get the code. So,
Perfect.
hit us up here and we'll get that to you. And other than that, I think I'm done with my giveaway here and me rambling on.
He's looking at me. He's like, "Is it really done, Ninja? Do I
Yeah,
get
is it
something
done?
else?
Is there something else? Or
Oh gosh. Right. Yeah. So thank you everyone for coming in. We'll be back next Friday, same time. So hope to see you guys there. Have a good one.
take care, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.